Hey everybody, it's Edwardo, back from the dead, giving you a Sunday update instead of a Saturday. Your boy was out sick, throwing up. It was not a good look. But I did get those updates in, if you noticed. I powered through and then went back to bed and passed out. Okay, so, as of this Sunday update, usually we have movement on Sunday. Actually, we are pretty much status quo. I am tied with Gamble 24x7 G24, with myself earning the tiebreaker because I filled out one with my call sheet, but he is competing with himself for the top 2 prizes this week in the DraftStream game with ring balls. Ooh, man, about 60 points behind. Not good. But we still have some scores to register, some titles that have yet to get all their scores. Anything can happen. I think we do have, Beecham House premieres tonight, Sunday, as does Morona's Fantastic Tale. So we'll see if there's any movement in those scores and how it will affect the action. The real action, though, is at the bottom. It's in the low ball. Check it out. I am less than 2 points. Yeah, that's right. I'm less than 2 points away from securing the $10 lowball bonus and rolling it into next week's game in the prize pool. And there was some action going on. There was some drama coming down the stretch. So as I score these, I go column by column, and as I was going down the IMDb score, this jumped from a 3.4 to a 3.9. It made it more popular, Artemis Fowl, which hurt Ringball's call sheet. And so I was ahead for about maybe 5 points for a while, but then, what was it? I think it was Infamous. Infamous actually bumped up to a 3.4, and I think that knocked me on my ass. And so I'm just 2 points out. So let's keep an eye on this low ball action right here. Let's see what happens down the stretch to see if I can secure for you all an extra $10 in the kitty next week in the prize pool. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these call sheets. Let's see Ringball's call sheet. Let's see what he needs to do to close the gap to getting into at least second place. Ringball's 3. And so far so good. Looks like the surrogate static here at 82 points. It needs more love. The surrogate seems to be critically acclaimed. Here it is, 94 and a 74, but no one seems to be watching it. Let's see if we can get a few eyeballs on this by the time lock occurs tomorrow, Monday, at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So that's got that going on for his call sheet. He needs help from the surrogate. King of Staten Island is doing its thing. I actually watched the King of Staten Island, and it was solid. It's good. And actually, this actually brings me to something I want to draw your attention to. So we are using these Google user scores, right? And before the King of Staten Island debuted, or shortly thereafter it debuted, it got I think it got like a 74 user score. And then what happens when you Google King of Staten Island, the movie, those scores kind of disappear. See, the Google user score is nowhere to be found. That's partially because it looks like Google is kind of trying to hide it from you because they want you to buy and watch. See, you click on all watch options, he's still, since it's video on demand, they want you to buy through Google. So what happens when you click through? I'm not buying this. I've already seen. Oh. Stop. Nope. Oh, that wasn't the page I wanted to go. Actually, if you go to the movies and TV page, where'd it go? Here it is. It's here, and people have rated 138 people, which is a statistically relevant sample size. And it is averaged at 4.1. So what I did, because we're still going on the 100-point scale, is I divided 4.1 by 5, and you get 82. And so that's how I got this 82 score here. Alright, so we'll keep our eye on that. The Soul Collector also is another one that went missing from Google ratings. So the last rating that we saw for it up is what is going to stand for now. It also has a Google Play page here. Doesn't look like it has any reviews yet. If any of that changes, I'll update it. Otherwise, the current Saturday update score will stand for the Soul Collector. Alright? And Metacritic, just sleeping on the job. Actually, Metacritic 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 missing ratings this week, so it's not too bad. Sometimes life's going to throw you a default score. Just got to handle it. Mom, the brown baby. What's she up to this weekend? Now, Infamous actually got some help. I remember she was the one who had, I think, a 3-stack of Infamous. 60.05 is still terrible. These critical scores are awful. Google seems to like it, which is odd. And the IMDb user rating, 3.4, is pretty abysmal. But if you didn't know any better, you'd think the Draft Mom was going for the low ball bonus. But she is not. Otherwise, it's a pretty solid call sheet. 4-pack of the Surrogate needs a little more love, but I like where her head's at. It's cheap value. It's good value right here. King of Staten Island, 96.60. It's almost 100. I mean, you kind of can't ask for anything more at that price range. It's just, I mean, and the 5 Bloods, solid, but it's just all this wasted space on Infamous. Ugh. Mom, what were you doing? Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. I do know what she was doing. So this is Infamous 2020. If you just type in Infamous, and this actually might not be might be a common mistake. There was a 2006 Sandra Bullock, Toby Jones movie about Truman Capote, the life of Truman Capote, I think. And so that's what she got this confused with. If she went with this, which I think she did, then that's why she stacked her call sheet with Infamous. So obviously she's not the most computer savvy person, but for those of you who are less computer savvy, oops, not supposed to see that. Those of you who are not computer savvy, just make sure when you're looking up these titles that you find the right one. That you find the right movie or the right title. Like, see, this is a video game. That's not going to help us. Infamous movie and 2020 for good measure. And there you have it. Ugh, just abysmal. Just abysmal. Okay. Yeah, 78%. Wow. Okay, Google. All right. More call sheets. More call sheets. The God of Cheese is actually kind of in there. What's he competing for? God of Cheese. So God of Cheese right behind Autergy Studios. So the GOC, let's take a look at his call sheet real quick. And they're all kind of bunched up there. Me, 1246 to 1273. Ring Balls, 3. Let's see what God of Cheese needs to do to get back in this. He needs help from Ringside. Doing fine, King of Staten Island. Ringside, once again, Showtime and these sports documentaries just aren't getting covered. Actually, Showtime documentaries, period, aren't really getting covered. I watched Ringside last night and this morning, and it's fine. I think I gave it 6 out of 10. It's really a tale of like 2 diverging paths of these 2 different boxers came from the same place. One goes to jail, the other one goes to on to, I think it's lightweight boxing. I'm not sure of fame and fortune, but he's doing all right as lightweight. I think he's 14-2-1. Anyways, it's a fine film. No one's reviewing it. Showtime just gets no love for its documentary sports. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. What type of titles get play around here. So Morona's Fantastic Tale, no brainer. Beecham House debuts tonight, so we may see an uptick or downtick in this score. So hopefully Beecham House can get him some love to get him back in the game. Let's see, Audigy Studios, MJCJ. That's number 1. All right. So Aviva, solid value. 87.50. I mean, it's not bad. Probably needs a little more kick out of it to get back in this. One headliner from Defy Blood, smart. Headliner stack of Morona's Fantastic Tale and King of Staten Island. Now let's take a look at the perfect call sheet to see where he's coming up short. Not only up against myself and G24, but also what might have been a stronger strategy was loading up on Morona's. Right now, Morona's is it's the leader in the clubhouse right now. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-pack. A 7-stack of 100+ points is what would have definitely vaulted him. If he had more exposure to Morona's Fantastic Tale, he'd probably be a little bit more in this. Galabo Satabo. Not too many people talking about it. I'm trying to remember who has it on their call sheet. I think I might have it. I'm not sure. Galabo Satabo, excellent value, 8,800, almost 100 points. That's great if it's on your call sheet. And Defy Bloods, the highest for once. Finally, your boy gets the pricing right. Finally got it. Made the highest salaried title on the call sheet so far, in the talent pool, has so far been Death in this game. This time it delivers. Our 2 headliners, Chadwick Boseman, Delroy Lindo, Defy Bloods. I watched it. It is good. It is messy. It is very much Spike Lee. You get your tracking dolly shot and all that good stuff. And yeah, Delroy goes off. It's been interesting reading some of the reviews of it. I think I gave it a 7 out of... Yeah, I think I gave it a 7. Yeah, right on line with the IMDb user score, 6.9. It gets weird, man. I mean, it's a lot of stuff dealing with PTSD and everything, so, you know, trigger warning if that's you or whatever, but yeah. But also, it's great to see a black Vietnam War movie. I mean, I had no idea that of the, I guess, black people were 10% of the population at the time. I think we're like 13 or 14% now. Black people were 10% of the population during the Vietnam War, and yet were almost a third of the troops deployed. That's bullshit. And you know, all the tales we get are like Apocalypse Now and Casualties of War and Platoon and all these, you know, white-centered soldiers, which is fine, but it's about time we had a black Vietnam War movie, and this one was pretty interesting from that side. And of course, it's Spike Lee. It gets messy. He never knows how to finish out a movie. His third acts are terrible. We studied them in college. He never really knows quite how to end a movie, but it's a good mess. So check it out if you have time. Defy Bloods, 2.5-hour movie. It is too long, but it's Spike, blank check, Netflix. You know, you get what you get. Let's check out the perfect lowball call sheet, and we'll examine our race at the bottom real quick. And yeah, it's Artemis Fowl. With our apologies to Dad of the Year, Henry G, a.k.a. The Roan, who really thought Artemis would pop for his kid. And I guess he liked it fine. I guess it's good for kids or something. I'm not sure. Everyone else hates it. Not performing. So you right here, you had pretty much a max stack of Artemis Fowl. As of the lowball rules, you can only have, or you must have at least one actor from 3 different titles. So a max stack here would be 8, plus day player from Darkness Falls and a day player from Infamous 2020 version. And so that would bring you to a low ball of 540.77, and of course, you must have at least a minimum of 75,000 spent on your low ball call sheets. And in that battle, at the bottom, the battle for the bottom, Swag Official 3 versus Ring Balls 2. So let's take a look at Ring Balls first, and then we'll see what I need to do to match the standard. So he spent 81,400. Nice. Exit plan, 3 stack. Headliners or day player stack of Crossing Swords and a 5-pack of Artemis Fowl. So he's not too far off of the low ball call sheet, leading by less than 2 points on mine. Boy, so what do I got to do to catch this man? So 3, 2, 5. And mine, okay, so I'm exposed to Infamous. Yeah, Infamous getting notched up hurt me bad. I need it. Infamous, go low! Go low. We were so close. I also have 4 of his 5 Artemis Fowls. Exit plan. And then, so we have the same 3 titles, just in different arrangement. I need Infamous to go low. All right, so what do we need to get this to happen? Infamous. Let's say Google people went down to 70%. Would that be enough? That would be enough, everyone. All right, so we need some help. We need some user help. Go low, Google. Go low, IMDb. Even if IMDb went down to, what was it before, 3.1? Yes. Get me under there. Infamous. Suck some more. You can do it. I believe in you. All right, so I guess that'll do it for now. Any other interesting call sheets we want to look at? You know, let's take a look at the Roan's lowball call sheet. I think it's a lowball call sheet. 86, only 86,000 spent. Spread a little love his way, since he is truly the father of the year. Oh no, this is a real... Okay, I'm sorry. This is a real call sheet. My bad. He has King of Staten Island on it. Exit Plan, Darkness Falls, The Surrogate, and Artemis Fowl. He just spent less and saddled himself with some Artemis Fowl. My bad. Is this one lowballing? No. All right, no. So he played 3 straight up. Okay, he went 3 for highball. But I do like to see. I do like seeing a mix of strategies. People going high, people going low. You know, let's take a look at Ottergy Studios' lowball call sheet. Looks like Ottergy 2. Ottergy Studios 2. Yeah, he had the right idea. Load up on Infamous, but the Soul Collector betrayed him. Soul Collector actually is getting decent scores, so this is probably going to keep you from it. You're a good, yeah, you're about almost, you're 250 points off the pace, so I think you're out of the running for lowball this week, but thank you for throwing us lowball call sheet, 75,300, perfect. Everything else here, perfect. Yeah, next time, go lower, MJCJ, go lower. And I guess that'll do it. I am busy working on the next talent pool. Sneak peek. Oop. Nope. Anyways, yeah, working on that for you guys. We'll hit you back tomorrow, probably about 2 or 3 hours after our 12 p.m. Pacific time end date on Monday. And we'll, you know, see what we got cooked up for you. Well, let's just say it's going to be documentary heavy. That's what it's looking like. Very documentary heavy. All right, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. And I will see you guys on Monday with the final results, breakdown, and analysis of next week's, or this week's, we're on Sunday now, this week's talent pool. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you on Monday.